Let's start on column C, fixed cost. The problem tells us that fixed cost is $200. This cost must be paid even when quantity is zero. Therefore, 200 goes into cell C2. Since fixed cost doesn't change, we can copy that $200 fixed cost into every row in the column for fixed cost. $200 is constant as L goes from 0 to 7. The cost we pay for the fixed equipment doesn't change as L changes. The cost of the equipment is a fixed cost. We know that variable cost is the cost paid for the variable input L and that each worker costs $100. Therefore, variable cost is $100 times L. This means that when L is 0, variable cost is 0. When L is 1, variable cost is 100. Or we'll do a little formula. Variable cost is 2, or variable cost is the value for L times 100. When L is 2, variable cost is 200. We can copy that formula all the way down. Variable cost goes from 0 to 700 as L goes from 0 to 7. Total cost is the sum of the fixed and variable cost. So we'll take the sum of 200 plus 0 in cell in row when L is 0. That gives us a total cost of 200. We can copy that down and see what happens to total cost as L changes from 0 to 7. We see that total cost goes from 200 up to 900. To find average fixed cost, we divide fixed cost by output. Divided by zeros are going to give us a problem, so I'm going to put a couple dashes there, a couple dashes there, and a couple dashes there. I need to know one there. We'll put that one dashes there. We'll talk about marginal cost later. But we can't divide by 0, so we cannot find the average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average total cost when output is 0. We can, however, find average fixed cost when L is 1. Average fixed cost is the fixed cost divided by output. So when L is 1, average fixed cost will be 10. If I copy that formula down to the rest of for the rest of the column, I'll see the average fixed cost goes from 10 to 4 to 2.2 to 1.67. It keeps getting lower and lower and lower. As we divide a constant $200 by an ever increasing Q, the average will get smaller and smaller. Average variable cost is variable cost divided by Q. So when Q is 200, or when L is 1 and Q is 200, average variable cost is 5. We can copy that formula down. We'll see the average variable cost goes 5. It decreases. It hits 3.33. It stays at 3.33. Then it starts to rise. So average variable cost decreases at first and then increases as L and Q both increase. Average total cost is going to be total cost divided by Q. When L is 1 and Q is 20, average total cost is 15. We can copy that formula down to the rest of the cells in the column. Total cost, average total cost goes from 15 to 8 to 5.55. It hits 5, it stays at 5, and then it starts to rise. So again, average total cost decreases as L goes from 0 to 4, and then it increases as L goes from 5 up to 7. Marginal cost is the change in total cost divided by the change in Q. So I'm going to write a formula. It's going to be the change in total cost 300 minus total cost 200 divided by the change in Q. Q is 20 minus Q equals 0. When output goes from 0 to 20, total cost goes from 200 to 300. Total cost is risen by 100. Quantity is rising by 20. Dividing 100 by 20 gives me the marginal cost of 5. And I can copy that formula down to find marginal cost for the other rows in the table. Marginal cost goes to 5, to 3.33, 2.5, then it starts to rise and continues to rise. So marginal cost decreases for a while, and then it increases.